In the episode of this video today, I want to be talking about relocation. You know, every Saturday, as I said, it is usually dedicated for travels, for tours. So if Sierra Leone is a country you want to relocate to, I think this video is actually meant for you, because everything you need to know concerning relocation, I will try as much as possible, to come close to what you desire. Okay, and I'll be using a very simple technique, a very simple teaching, and I believe that is going to be, of great benefit and influence to you. Okay, so that is that. To every subscriber, I want to say a big thank you, especially if you are a returning subscriber. Thank you so much for being part of this community. I tell you, you are one of the reasons why I keep coming to YouTube, and that is why I'm so relevant on YouTube. I want to say a very big thank you to them. And if today is your first time of coming to this, maybe today is your first time of seeing me, as I've introduced myself, I am your me Adu, and I'm the CEO of Travels and Tours. I want you to know that this is a travel and tour business. Every Wednesday, we always talk about business. You can check the archives. You can check all the videos that we have done on tours and on businesses. So every Thursday, we dedicate that to business alone. But Saturday, like today, is for travels and tours. And as I said, today we want to see what we need to put in mind if you desire to relocate to Sierra Leone. A lot of people have been talking to me on WhatsApp, even here on YouTube. They love this country. They want to relocate to Sierra Leone, and I need to fortify them with the needed mindset, because as I always say, there is no country that you cannot make it in the world, but you need to fortify yourself with the needed wisdom. So guys, I want us to go right now. You are welcome back. I want to talk about creating your world. You see, don't ever make any mistake. Any country you want to travel to in this world, you must create your own world before leaving the shores of your own country. That is the country where you reside presently. Before you leave that country, you need to create your own world before you leave the country where you are at the moment. So what am I talking about? Number one, there is what I call the incubation stage. Incubation stage. What do I mean by that? This is the point, or this is the stage where you will conceive the idea of how you want your world to be in the country you are going. Take for instance, you want to travel to Sierra Leone and probably to relocate. You need to sit down before you leave your country where you are. Maybe you are in Africa or even outside Africa. Before you leave, you need to sit down and plan. Let your mind be active. That is the incubation stage. You need to design what kind of world are you going to live in the place you are going. Take for instance, maybe you are going to be a student, so you are going on studies. So you need to create your own world you are going to study. Maybe yours is for business, maybe yours is for total relocation. You see, that incubation stage, I meant before leaving your country, you need to sit down and write it. You make it into black and white. You write it into your papers or into your jotters. You need to know what you are going to do in that country that you desire. So that is the first one, the incubation stage. All right. Now the second one is the manifestation stage. You see, once you incubate, the next is to manifest. Once you take your time to incubate. You see, incubation takes a lot of processes and procedures. There is something called clipperboard. You know, there's a vision board. You write your vision, what you want, you make it in a picture form or a pictorial form. You can even stick it to the wall of your room, your bedroom, your sitting room. You can stick it to the wall. That is part of the incubation process. Now, once you incubate very well, there will be a proper manifestation of that thing in your vision board. There will be a proper manifestation of it. So the second one, as I said, is the manifestation stage. That is the world that you have created in your mind. Then you need to manifest it. So if you are coming to Sierra Leone, don't forget, I said the first thing to do is to write down what you are going to do in that country. How do you want your life to be in that country? That is part of the incubation process or the incubation stage. Then when you are done with that, the next thing is manifestation. Automatically, when you land in that country, you will manifest what you have already written. What, you know, the word that you have written down, the word that you have drawn out, you will definitely manifest that word by the time you get there. Okay? Although there are some things that will influence that manifestation. So in the next point I want to be discussing will be factors that will influence the manifestation of that world. That world that you desire will not just come to you automatically. No, it will never happen automatically. No, it will happen because of some things that you need to also put in place, because of some actions that you also need to take. When you take those actions, then it will manifest. So that will lead me to the next one that I call the factors that will influence the world that you want to create. You are welcome back. As I said, this second part, we want to look at the factors that will influence the manifestation of the world that you have already created. Don't forget, you are coming to live in a country that you have never lived before. I tell you, you can do well in that country, but you must prepare yourself very well before you leave the country where you are at the moment. All right? So when you prepare very well, you will not fail. Somebody said poor preparation prevents good performance or something. That if you don't prepare well, you will not be able to perform well. So once you take care of the incubation stage very well, the manifestation stage will surely occur. It has to occur. It is an order. It is a law which cannot be broken. So I said, for the world, for this new world that you desire to manifest in the country that you are coming, take for instance Sierra Leone. For the world to manifest the world that you have desired, three things will influence it. So I want to talk about those three things. Number one, your circle of friends. Your circle of friends. Now, don't forget, it is a new country. You don't need to be jumping from friend to friend. No, you need to be calculative and you need to be selective with the kind of friends you are going to make, the kind of friends you are going to be moving out with, because the friends you will make will determine the world you will live in. Do you understand? Let's go more practical now. Okay, I am a tour expert. I am a travelpreneur. Let's assume that I go to Brazil. Take for instance Brazil. Now, I know the kind of people I have to move with once I get to Brazil. Let me tell you, when I get to a place like Brazil, I will decide before getting there. I know I must move with accountants, I must move with lawyers, and probably doctors. You see, you must design the kind of world that you want. it is not automatic. As I said, you have to design it. So the circle of friends that you have has a great impact on the kind of world you are going to live. So that is number one. Number two, the kind of house or area or community that you want to live. You see, guys, the area where you are living, your environment will determine your output. The kind of place you want to live, let's say you are coming to Sierra Leone, the kind of place you want to live will determine your performance at the end of the day. That is why someone like me that is already here, I understand a lot of places, as in I know different places here. If you are coming, I can tell you for free where not to live in this country and where to live. If you are a Nigerian and you want to come to this country through me, I can gladly guide you, or I will gladly guide you to the kind of location or environment that you should be. So the kind of house you are going to live, that is the kind of environment you are going to live, will determine the kind of world you will get at the end of the day. That means the manifestation stage, for you to manifest, your environment has a big role to play in what you are going to manifest. And finally, there is your job or the kind of business that you do. The kind of business that you do has to do with the kind of world that you will find yourself. Take for instance, if I am a mechanic, as in a motor mechanic, the way I package myself to my workshop or my garage every morning will determine the kind of customers my life will attract. It is who you are that will attract the people that will come to your life. Do you understand? And you know, in your place of work, the kind of relationship you build too matters. So when you are working in an environment that attracts illiterates, that is what you will get. If you yourself, if your mode of dressing, your look and everything, if it is okay, if you attract doctors, engineers, lawyers, they will prefer to bring their vehicles to you because of your look. Do you understand? So though there are more factors that will influence or that will determine the kind of world we are going to live, I just want to talk about these three factors. If you are relocating to another country, take note of these three. As I said, number one, you know, the kind of friends, circle of friends, relationship you are going to, you know, have will determine what you are going to be at the end of the day. The kind of environment you are going to live in will also determine. And thirdly, the kind of job you want to do will determine the kind of world you are going to create. So these are the three things that will influence the world that you want to create. And don't forget what I said initially about incubation stage and manifestation stage. Before you leave your country, you must sit down and put into writing what you want to become in the new country you are going. That is incubation. You know, you write it, you meditate on it, you think about it over and over again. Then the second stage is the manifestation stage. When you get to that country that you desire, you will manifest it. So that is the second one. You know, you will truly show what you have in the incubation stage. Okay guys, if you have any comments, I want you to go ahead and write it in the comment section. I want you to write it. If you have any question regarding what I have said today, I also want you to put it into black and white. Sorry, I want you to also write it in the comment section. So guys, we are meeting again on Wednesday for business talk or business show. So guys, till I come your way again, I remain ever sincerely yours, Yomi Adu. Keep watching Hero of Travels and Tours YouTube channel.